One.
Hi, I'm Christian Lee. I'm part of AMG and I'm here with, would you like to introduce yourself?
Ron Gallo is my name.
Nice. It's great meeting you. How does it feel to be back in San Diego?
It's really good. We went to Cafe Gratitude, which is the third one we've gone to on this tour. I didn't know it was sort of a chain. They had one in Kansas City, they had one in Santa Cruz, and then they had one here.
That's really funny. Wow.
And it's just
you guys just were like searching for it, or?
Well, it's come up. I mean, we always kind of search for like the good places, the wholesome, usually vegetarian leaning places, and going right down the street. It's nice.
And wait, so are you a vegetarian or are you a vegan or?
I'm trying vegan out, you know what I mean? Not just because it makes sense to me right now.
Yeah.
I've leaned that way for a long time, so.
Well, you've been on multiple tours before, but I know I've talked to other bands too, and when you're on tour, I would say it's pretty hard to get like a good diet. And so, how do you do it?
Oh, we go out of our way. Like we'll take a 15-mile detour to get to the nearest Whole Foods if we have to, because it's worth it. I mean, this is it. This is the temple. If this is not working, then the shows suffer and your mood and everything. This has to come first. You know, people out there, getting wasted every night, eating garbage. I mean, how long are you gonna tour doing that? You're gonna tour for 6 months and then retire or die? Let's go. It's a sting.
Okay, and so I'm pretty hungry, so let's move away from the food. Let's talk a little bit about music. So, was there a song or album when you were younger that influenced you to play music now?
Not really. I never really had one of those like aha musical moments as a kid. Just kind of naturally just gravitated towards getting into guitar, just not really knowing what I was doing. And I'm just still doing it. It's always shifting. My tastes are always changing. I get obsessed with like a few things at one time and then I move on to something else. So.
Always changing. How do you feel like you've progressed as a musician? I think since your first album, I think it was called Ronnie, and to your latest EP, Really Nice Guys. You had great album titles, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Those are all pretty drastically different, I think, stylistically. Like the Ronnie album was just, I didn't really know what I was doing. I kind of just had some songs and I recorded in my friend's basement. He was learning how to record. It's a very stripped down album. A lot of it's pretty sparse. And then with heavy metal, I think was kind of starting to tap into. I kind of figured out like what the point of making music is for me. And with heavy metal was my first experiment, sort of realizing like music is my vehicle for me saying what I need to say to the world. And so it was nice to make a record that was sort of my first time really being honest with myself and saying what I felt like I needed to say. So that was an aha moment in a sense. And then Really Nice Guys it's sort of like an inside joke EP about what happened from heavy metal. And when heavy metal came out, that resulted, people liked the record, and so we spent almost all last year on the road and like being thrust into the music industry. And that was a very interesting experience because, it's like you like create this character almost, and you're like you're all of a sudden you're a part of this like music business world. And, like your life is in vans and in transit, and it's just. All because you made something that resonated with people, sort of. And so we made Really Nice Guys as kind of like making fun of ourselves in that context, like sort of our way of dealing with it, because we're not the most serious of people, I guess. So, yeah, that's sort of the timeline.
So yeah, you had a lot of success with, very metal. Heavy metal.
Heavy metal, yeah.
And then you just dropped Really Nice Guys, and then you just came back from Coachella too. Mm-hmm. What was it like performing the past 2 weeks? Because I know you've performed at festivals before, but Coachella is supposed to be one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, I think it's so big that it's actually easy to feel kind of like a speck. You know what I mean? There's just so much going on. It was cool. I would probably never go if we weren't playing, to be honest with you. But playing kind of it seems like the smaller bands are not necessarily like the focus of that festival. Yeah. But it was cool to be there.
Did you see any cool sets?
Yeah, I saw yesterday. I saw Dave Turner, saw Angel Olsen, Cherry Blazer was amazing. Saw Tyler the Creator.
So is that supposed to be a golf range?
Yeah, this is. Yesterday musically we saw a lot of really great stuff. That was cool. That was probably my favorite part was being able to actually run around a little bit. Yeah.
Cool. Speaking about Coachella too, this question is kind of related. You want my playing a little game, like finish the lyrics?
Sure.
Alright. Step by step, heart to heart, left, right, left, we all fall down, right?
Toy Soldiers.
Yeah, so speaking of Toy Soldiers, that was your old band.
Cool segue.
That was good. And so, you were in that band for, I'd say, almost like a decade of your life. And so what did it feel like from transitioning there to now your current band?
Kind of like becoming myself for the first time.
Yeah, your new band is called
Yeah, and that's like symbolic of the whole thing, really, because I just think that the old stuff, that band was like hiding behind something, and then it was, you start playing your name, and everything shifted with that. It's like, this is me, this is what I'm about, so that's the biggest part of this.
Let's talk about another project you're on too. I don't know if most people know this, but you're also part of another group called Gum and Pearl, right?
No, my God, no. That was...
What was that about?
What a deep cut. You've done some serious research. That was the project I existed for a week period of time. It was a duo project. I started with my friend Gretchen, and I don't even think we had any songs.
You had to name them. It was cool.
Yeah, it just never did much. So that's an extremely deep part.
And speaking about that too, you're on tour right now. Obviously you guys have booked some venues. But also, what can you tell me about? Let's see, off the top of my tongue. I believe it was called Mihal Booking. Is that it? Because I remember there was a time where you were trying to help out your friend in the book as well.
Oh God, man, you've done some. You're like Marvel.
What was it called? I think it was called Mihal.
What was that?
Oh yeah, it was called Mihal Booking.
Oh my God, how do you find this shit? That was another thing, probably like a month period of my life where I was trying to help my friends book tours. And it was just another thing that didn't go anywhere, and so it died after about a month. I don't know how you find this shit. I forgot this stuff existed.
Let's see if we can find.
Are you familiar with Nardwar?
Yeah.
You're like Nardwar, man.
I could reach out to you first before he did.
Wow.
But so before you lived in Nashville, you lived in
Philly.
Pennsylvania. Philly.
Yeah.
And so what can you tell me about 247 East Girard Avenue?
That is my last residence before moving to Nashville.
What was it like living there?
Those were dark times. That's where a lot of heavy metal was written and recorded in that place. A lot of very heavy, transformative life stuff, relationally, internally. That was it's a heavy place, heavy homestead for sure. Needed to get out of there.
And you used to work at World Cafe over there too, right?
I did.
Was that a hard time for you too, or was it okay?
That was like before the era that we're talking about. I worked there for probably about a year. It was fun. It was nice to work in a venue. I wouldn't say that I have a passion for like anything in the food industry.
Yeah.
But it was cool to be in the presence of music. Good people, great people working with us.
So what was it like to perform that venue? Like I know, like back then Johnny Redner and like 30s. Do you feel like those formative years like helped you maybe where you are today?
In many ways, yes. I think in developing, just being comfortable on stages, and I used to like host a variety show, like a comedy music night at Fergie's, like every Wednesday for a year, and that like really helped me become comfortable just like being in front of people and doing off the cuff stuff. And, you know. So yeah, in that sense, I think it's hopefully.
And so you talked about comedy, and so let's play a little bit of another game too. I'm going to tell you a definition. Organized group doing nothing.
Organized group doing nothing.
I have the answer, but I'll see if you know.
A meditation retreat.
In the military, it's a military sign for gathering. Speaking of gathering, gather cast. What was that about?
What is that? Is that my friend Garrett's podcast? It is.
You were part of it, though.
I was. Yeah, that was my friend Bauer and Garrett's podcast. They went out at their apartment for a little bit. I have no idea what we talked about.
It was really, I mean, back to definition, it was really about nothing. But it was a lot of fun there.
Yeah. I don't know if that's still going.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, once you left, it's flourish. Okay. And so, you know, we're near the end of the interview, and what do you have left for the rest of the year?
Let's see. Finished a new album. Going to Italy. A few more festivals this summer. Going back to Europe for another tour. Album will come out late summer. Tour US in the fall. And then
Hopefully back in California.
yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it will be in October. And then that's all I got. See what the rise is there.
Can you give any more tidbits about the upcoming album?
I don't know yet. I just don't know yet. I need to hear it first.
That's fine.
I'm waiting to hear it be mixed and cohesive so that I can wrap my head around what's going on. But yeah, just stay tuned.
Well, thank you for taking the time to do the interview. But before we finish off, where can we find you on social media? Where can we find your music?
On all the social medias, unfortunately. Have my name.
Under
RONGALO. Website, Ron Gallo.
And you have anything else to say to the fans?
That's it. This is it.